I picked up this little $10 laptop, Acer Aspire 1 Series Nav 50, slow as heck, 1 gig of DDR2 RAM. Let's see what you could turn this little, powerless, but mobile computer into. And so we'll do a little cleaning. We'll try Windows 10 at first, then we'll try Linux. We'll do some emulation tests and see whether I got a good deal or not. Here it is, all dirty, not cleaned yet. Huge battery, I'm guessing, right here, yeah. And model number NAV50. This is Acer Aspire 1 series. I don't even know if this is Windows 8 or 7 or what's on here. Supposedly it's supposed to work. It does have an aftermarket power supply, which is kind of interesting. As far as indicator lights, I do have an orange light now that I've plugged it in over here. I don't know if you can see that. It's plugged in, off, and then on, so that's a good sign. I have not booted it up yet. I'm saving it for the initial reaction of it. You do have LAN, and you have, headphone jack, so here's some more specs for you, and dirtiness, like, it looks like you put some sort of sticker on top of the webcam. Look at this, webcam optimized for low light video chatting. This webcam is probably atrocious, but for its time, maybe that was a cool thing. The keyboard looks great. I mean, you obviously can see where his password was. No, but it's usually the middle row keys that are worn off. And you can kind of see which keys are worn off there. The F key, the J, spacebar to the right. And you can see he uses his mouse pad to the right, probably because he wants the scroll wheel. But look at it is Windows 7. And it is a Intel Atom processor. It tells you over here. So that's a 1.66 gigahertz processor. And I have no idea how many cores that is or what it is, but we'll see. Only 1 gig of RAM. Whew, that's gonna be scary. And then 160 gigabyte hard drive is probably a super slow hard drive. So I do just kind of want to spray this down a little bit, but I want to show you it before I got it all cleaned up. Do a quick wipe down really quick. They're really trustworthy with me, because they did not format this hard drive. And I think it was like their grandpa's. So you can't access the hard drive and the RAM and the network card here. The RAM is DDR2 and it's only 1 gigabyte. I could have upgraded it to 2 gigabytes for about $10, but I decided not to. I thought I had a RAM module that would fit, but it was a DDR3 RAM module, so it didn't work. But in case you're wondering, the back does open up for slight upgrades, but not really worth it considering how much I paid for it. All right, moment of truth. All right, it's powered on. Can you hear that nice big fan? The program managed to extract the original plain text password for the account. The password is EROM4S4. Do you want to reset it anyways? Yes. I don't know what that is. No. So as you saw there, I was able to get into this computer really easily. So just note that passwords don't really protect you all that much. But I was nice. I went ahead and installed Windows 10. I formatted all the hard drives. I did not take anything off there. Now this is where I should have had footage of Windows 10 running RetroArch. I went ahead and went that route. And by the way, you're not looking at Windows right now. You're watching me play Doom. But I don't have any of that footage. I didn't record any of it because I was going to throw it all out because it just was not working. And that's exactly it, is that Windows 10 worked fine. If I was just going to use this as like a Word documentation and watch YouTube video computer, I'd probably keep it at Windows 10. It actually ran okay on Windows 10 32-bit. But I have to say, once you install RetroArch, it just was lagging. My frame rates were atrocious. It was not an emulation machine. So that's when I made the decision to go with Linux. It was a by far night and day difference. So let's go ahead and install Linux and show you some gameplay with Linux, which is the way to go on an older computer like this for sure. Easy installation, good performance. So this is fairly easy. I just put it on a thumb drive here and I booted off the BIOS and then put the boot order on the USB thumb drive and installed it. It only takes like less than 10 minutes. And then here's a quick explanation of just some initial setup for getting this to work. So many do install Linux for the first time. It does come pre-installed with a few games, but I went ahead and installed my own games. For example, the Great Gina Sisters was actually on there to start with. Game Boy Advance, the Space Twins was already on there. And you might notice I'm on an Xbox 360 controller. The keyboard works as well. Let me just show you the keyboard. And you just set up your controls, hit start, go down to controller settings, and configure a controller here. I've already done that, but that's how you go ahead and configure your controller. Next thing you probably want to do is go to network settings over here and either set up your Wi-Fi or put in a LAN connection here. I have a Ethernet port, depending on what kind of device you're using. And it'll tell you your IP address here. I took my IP address, went over to my computer, and then networked into this and just transfer my ROMs via the network. It's very easy. There's a folder called ROMs. Within that ROMs folder, there's a listings of all the different systems. So there's an Atari folder, a Dreamcast folder, PlayStation should be titled PSX, Nintendo 64, N64. I did not add my artwork. You can either scrape this artwork or transfer it over via the LAN as well. A lot of packs out there have both. So that's how I got it set up. Super simple, super fast. And as you see, if you hit start here, you can install Kodi, many other things, update it. It's all really accessible and really easy to do. The front end here does not require any coding or terminal or anything like that. So it's easy to do. Comes with the bezels, it's looking really good. We need a feather, right? Then we can speed run this. Ooh! Alright, start selecting. Woo! In case you're running, I'm just using an Xbox 360 controller here. Oh, ooh! See? Boom. Dang, this princess needs to get off my back. Alright. Start to select out. Okay, no, it's still. I was like, wow, it's running now.
Street Fighter, Alpha 3. Select your character. Select your fighting style.
I mean, it's not too bad. Okay, it's laggy. Come on, let me land one of those. Alright, got him. Where's my shotgun at? it's on though.
When it came time to test Dreamcast and PlayStation, I just was not having any luck. The other one is Nintendo 64. I tried it on all the different emulators and lowering the resolution. I just really had no luck. I'm not surprised about Dreamcast. I was a little surprised about PlayStation. Maybe I have to mess with some more settings. I feel like this should be able to run PlayStation, but that was just my experience in this short test.
Nope. Okay, no, that's not very good. So let's review on the games here. Dreamcast, no. Game Boy Advance, yes. Game Boy Color, yes. Mega Drive, yes. Nintendo 64, no. Nintendo, yeah. PC Engine, yeah. Port game like Doom and Quake, yeah. PSP, no. PlayStation, some titles, yeah, wouldn't get too excited. Super Nintendo, yes. And Atari 2600, Commodore 64, yes, yes. Some arcade games, low-end arcade games, yes. You should be able to do that. So we got the kids in the pool, and we have a mini computer. So how do you like it?
I'm loving it. For $10, it's amazing.
Minus the controller.
Minus the controller. That's all you need.
And how do you like the Linux? Looks like a Pi, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty fast to start up.
What about the size of
great.
screen? 10 inches is good?
It's good. Yeah. Feels like an iPad-sized screen.
Whoa, you throwing that bin?
It's pretty good for gaming.
Gonna get stuck between his cracks.
And what are you playing here?
Playing Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels,
Whoa.
aka oh,
Whoa, are
You gotta run.
I know.
Nice.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
How much did you pay for this?
$50, $75 maybe.
Yeah. I mean, you got to include the screen. Like a screen, even if you get some cheapo screen, is still, you know, $20.
He used to be so shy.
I think that's the big deal here. Is like you get the screen attached.
So let's go ahead and recap what we did. And as far as value, here's what I found on eBay. I did go on eBay and I found a few for sale. This one with the case for $100, and then this guy who I don't know what he's smoking or what's going on, but that looks awful. The condition it's in. This one doesn't look so bad there. And sometimes it comes with 2 gigs of RAM instead of 1. Oh, and this one has a. Oh, this one has a totally different form factor. That's why he's saying it has an AMD Athlon. Oh, he's got it totally wrong. Because you can even say there it says an Atom processor. So I don't think this guy knows what he's doing. It's not an AMD Athlon. It doesn't have 500 gigabytes. But he only has one. This guy's only made one sale. You saw the emulator results. As I mentioned, if you can get this with the screen and it has all the ports and you get it for 10, I agree. Like anything $50 or less is great. But as you know, these Chromebooks and other small devices and used desktops, there's so many options out there. This would not be one that I deliberately seek out. It would simply be one to add to my list of flipping. If you didn't get that from this video, I love flipping stuff. I like going to garage sales, stuff like that. And that's a good project at the same time. So I totally enjoyed it. I'm pretty much done with this laptop though, because I feel like even if I turned it to 2 gigs of RAM or added a solid state hard drive, I don't think it'd be all that much better. And I think a lot of the limitations here are because of the CPU GPU combination. But that being said, I liked it. Let me know what you all think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.